Okay. Add some lotion on our back. Oh gosh. May the wind do us well. The monkey damage is done. There's no monkey damage. Okay. Are we in flame? I hope so. I hope we are in flame. I don't know if anyone can hear that. It's like the smallest little sound. Again, I know that we're traveling around and stuff like that, but this climate cannot be the best for monkeys. It was below freezing point last night. I don't know why. I feel like monkeys like originate from jungle. And whatnot. Right, Banana? Grateful monkey. Okay. You know, there are better ways for Sun Wukong to come forth and tell me he wants to give a message. But here we are, everyone. Last night, the monkeys got out and decided that they wanted to hang out by my smoldering fire pit. And it was in that moment I knew Sun Wukong had a message. Because the monkeys also went back to their little enclosure way too quickly, way too easily, with like only a little bit of bribery. I did lose like 2 loaves of bread getting the monkeys back to where they're supposed to be, but that's not here or there. But monkeys aside, you're chilling, I'm chilling, I'm chilling, you're chilling. You want a tarot reading? Yeah, I knew you would. I knew you would. I'm gonna go ahead and sweep all these old stale energies away. They're not good, not bad, just here and present. I'm gonna set those cards to the side because those are for you. These are for you. And I'm going to go ahead and open the space. Go ahead and focus and open the space up for channels. And while I do that, I want to welcome you to the tent. This is a place for people who like to hang out in the betwixt and the between and, you know, peek behind the veil for funsies, of course, because life is serious enough. So let's ask some silly questions because life is gonna life. Okay, I'm gonna connect me to this space. I'm gonna connect the candle I'm scrying with to this space. And I'm gonna connect you to this space. And also I'm gonna do something a little different. This is a connection just to me, not to you guys. So don't worry about this. This is just me. And then I'm going to connect myself to our intermediary who is stepping up today, Sun Wukong. Because he has a message for us. He came to me in the midst of the monkey madness. It was basically like, I'm so glad you're here. Monkey Message Monday. So that's what we're doing, everyone. Happy Monkey Message Monday. Sun Wukong, if you know him, of Chinese lore and origin and descent, the great sage, offers you some wisdom. So I'm not really sure what he wants. I do actually kind of know what he wants to say, but we're gonna go ahead and actually let's just hop in. So he wanted to start off with these 2 yoga cards. I already know what the 2 yoga cards is. I just have them flipped over for you. So the 2 yoga cards are half happy baby pose and the seated wide leg straddle. The main thing I got from this is he wants you to open up your hips. There's a closing there. Your hips are too tight. So you don't necessarily have to do these kind of workouts, but he's saying that it's your root is blocked, and the blocking of your root, I see a staff. He's like kind of pounding it against the ground. He's like, the blocking of their root is the root of their problems. So, hey, that makes more sense with his message that he gave me. So remember, trauma is stored in the hips, and the best way to release it, I am of the African American descent, I'm of that, so releasing energy through your hips, very helpful, very life-changing, very mind-changing for you. You having a bad day? Shake them buns. See how it changes, even if just for a little bit. So, oh yeah, so yesterday, I'm pulling out my messages. So yesterday at 10:20 p.m., Monkey Message Mondays, the great sage blesses you with a message. And the first message that he's going to bring forth, because I get the feeling he's going to bring forth a few messages, are, where did your joy go? You used to laugh more. So the great sage, equal only to heaven, is here to pose the question, why don't you laugh more? What happened? Specifically, where did your joy go? I'm going to go ahead and jump in and actually start with a trickster deck. I'm going to set these over here. I don't know if we'll be able to see these, but I feel like these are important. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to hop in. Usually he's starting off strong. Usually I would go ahead and make a sigil, but I'm getting the vibe. I'm going to do that later and insert it here. And what is this? How long has that been on my hand? Oh, I hope that wasn't weird. Great. So we're going to go ahead. Three of Cups, nice. Let's go ahead and get your sigil underway. Huh. There's the rooster. Oh, okay. And we're back. Very simple. Very simple. Oh, I don't usually draw the colons. Put the A there, and then it's a 12. I keep wanting to put my birth year. Birth year is significant. 19 whatever. Rooster confirmation. Oh, okay, so whatever this card is in relation to the chariot in the world. But before that, here's your sigil. Go ahead and use that for as you need it. Look on it, focus, ruminate, take a screenshot. Reminder, I auto draw these, so I know as much about the sigil as you do. In fact, you might know more about the sigil than I do, because if this is your sigil, if this is your reading, this is your sigil. Let's see what your card was. 5 of Wands. You got some, I'm hearing some tough conversations coming up, but not necessarily like tough bad. Tough as in, we do have to deal with that. And then I'm gonna just come back. And we're back. Hope you like your sigil. I have no clue what it looks like. He's got a few messages for you already. Transformation through pain is, some of you are shying away from the pain that would come. You're shying away from the pain that would come with transformation, but you're already in pain, if that makes sense. I'm here, you don't want to hurt more. It's like you go into a yoga stretch, like you go into this stretch Ooh, oh, I have not stretched this morning. Maybe someone needs to stretch this morning because I felt that through my whole arm. But maybe someone needs to stretch this morning. Teddy bears are significant. Teddy bears, cozy onesies. Maybe you like wearing two-piece sets. I'm wearing, these are the arms and that's the leg. Maybe you like to cover your feet. Maybe you sell pictures of your feet. Maybe you've joked about doing that recently. Anyway, we're going back. But there's a worry about the pain that has not, about potential pain, about assumed pain. There's a worry about assumed. I felt someone staring at this. King of Wands, adventure, going forth, moving, and no. You're worried about the pain that you're going to acquire in the search of your path. You know what it takes to be what you want to be, which in this case is the King of Wands, someone knowledgeable of the world. He's worldly, full of passion, experienced, quick, just very sure of himself and what he wants to do, very sure of his self-identity. You know what you want to be. You self-identity. Because this upturned cup right here, because I'm going to take that. Because usually I wasn't really taking reversals today, but I'm going to take this upheaved cup. Because this is that you're worried. Spilled milk. You're crying over milk that hasn't even been... You're crying over milk that's still in the cow. The milk has not even been collected, and you're crying over perceived milk. You're crying over perceived spilled cups. You know that there is pain to this. You know, no brain, no pain. You know, there is going to be pain. There is going to be, I'm hearing growing pains specifically. Like there are struggles, there are issues you are going to have to go through. That's just the nature of the game, the name of it. But there's something about this final bit of transformation that has you locked, because you're here and you're ready. Death came out first. This is not a scary card. This is a card of transformation. This is the card of change. This is the card of shedding the old, coming into the new. If you're watching this in real time, we are in the final bits of the year of the snake. Year of the fire horse does not, wood snake, I believe. Ah, crow came by to say hi. So snakes might be significant to you. Maybe you are year of the snake. Super cool. I believe that our current year is, it's either, I know that fire horse is what's coming up next, February 17th, but I don't remember the snake. It mayhaps is a wood snake. That crow keeps going off whenever I say wood snake. So even if this year is not a wood snake year, maybe you are a wood snake year, or maybe whatever the year of the wood snake, like it means something to you, specifically like 19. I'll probably have those pulled up for you guys. Ooh, hey, monkey man, calm down. He's very eager to get you guys this message. The people who are coming and you're finding this, oh my God. So the reason I had a little freak out is because my candle is literally right here, and this landed right on top of it, and I didn't even notice, but it landed so perfectly on it that it put out the flame. So maybe there's some fires that you don't even really need to do anything to put out. Maybe you need to be more cautious. That Two of Wands is important. He had the fire come up for us. So we're gonna go ahead and look at this Two of Wands, because also over there with that Two of Wands and me worrying about that fire and freaking, ooh, and then the wax got on my, it's giving the vibe of doing too much in the wrong direction. You're over worrying yourself. Remember, the overarching message that monkey has to give you, or at least that he's asking, is where did your joy go? He's quite fond. The people finding this message, the collective that are finding this message, he's quite fond of you. If you're resonating with this, you have a friend in the Monkey King if you are resonating. with this. So maybe you like the folklore. I'm hearing some of you just like Goku, like DBZ, like maybe you just like Dragon Ball Z, maybe just like Goku. Some of you just like iterations of Sun Wukong, whether you realize it is Monkey or not. Specifically, I really want to call him Monkey today because that is his name. I really want to call him Monkey today, and it's putting me in the mind of Monkey D. Luffy. So maybe you are a One Piece fan, maybe you like pirates, or maybe you are just missing One Piece. Huh. You're missing One Piece. I'm seeing mindfulness. So Two of Wands is like the watcher, the seeker. Sometimes I like to think about this as like I pick up my phone and I go on Google and I go on like a search. This is the card of surveillance. Like I'm surveying, I'm scoping out the land. Why do I want to grab you? Why do I want to grab you? Because you're working towards that. So one of the biggest things about the King of Wands is that he is no longer the knight. The knight is someone who's, ooh, yeah, and you're not happy about that. I think that's also a part of it, where it's not even just that you're worried about the pain that you're going to feel and the fear. You're just worried about, it's FOMO. It's giving FOMO. Are you not laughing because are you not laughing now in anticipation for the moments where you won't be able to laugh in the future? Buddy, you're wasting your joy and your prosperity. If the reason you're not laughing today is because you know tomorrow is going to be bad, but today is a good day, you're wasting your joy, if that makes sense. Like, oh, there's a giant turkey vulture coming down. Yeah, they just want you to watch. They want you to look. Turkey vultures can sometimes symbolize overcoming obstacles. The Three of Clubs is sometimes represented by the turkey vulture, and Three of Clubs is overcoming obstacles. Yeah, you got to overcome this obstacle. I'm hearing you got to learn to sit down and chill and maybe open up your hips and relax. Meditation is coming in, especially with this Two of Wands. Whenever I see this Two of Wands, sometimes that is a call for medication. Ooh. Maybe someone's alarm's going off. Maybe you need to remember to take your medication. I'm seeing like a birth control timer. Maybe it's 8 hours have passed and you can finally take another Tylenol or something. Or maybe it's your meds. You know, hoes depressed. Not me. I take my meds. Someone's a Thought Squad member. Yeah, I knew that judgment wasn't supposed to be like that. You're ready. Again, the Monkey King, also, this is Buddha. So that's even funnier. Because Buddha said, do not put me in this. This is Monkey's thing. But no, here, there's a reluctance. There's a FOMO. Because you know, once you fully walk into this role of, and this is not gender specific, once you fully walk into this role of King of Wands that you're gunning for, because that's what I'm sensing here. You're gunning for that. That is the goal. Like, yeah, you're at your 10 of Swords, but that's more of like you've let the 9 of Swords over fester. We're going to get to these cards in a little bit. You're going to let these 9 of Swords over fester into the 10, and now you're worried, but then all this worry is self-imposed. It's not real. But you know judgment is here because that's what you've been working towards. Judgment is what leads you to the world. You start at the Sun, 19, and then you move over to Judgment, 20, to go to the world, 21. 21, you like memes, you like old memes, you sit down and you watch old Vine complexions. But yeah, you're being asked to embrace it. It is, you have called it. This is what you want. And right now what you are feeling is the fear. And they really want, and Monkey really wants you to sit back and think about why you are rejecting joy. That's specifically what I'm hearing him. He's specifically saying, why are you rejecting joy? Like, there's plenty to be sad about. He's not here talking about, oh, you should like smile even if like tomorrow's bad. He's like, no, if you're having a good time right now, smile. If things are going well, enjoy the joy when it is here. The sadness will wait for you. And then this 7 of Cups, me looking down, this is choices, this is options. I mean, you have a lot more choices, you have a lot more options. while there are going to be some things that as this King of Wands you'll no longer be able to do from when you used to be a Knight of Wands, like you have to be more sure in your decisions. One of the things about the Knight of Wands is if the Knight of Wands is always looking in the opposite direction his horse is facing, or at least like that's how he moves. So if the horse is facing the left, the knight is looking to the right, and he's looking for better things. So he's going towards what he wants, but he's on the lookout for just in case something better is there, which isn't necessarily bad or necessarily good. It just kind of depends on moderation and learning about it, because there's nothing wrong with, yeah, I'm going towards my goal, I'm going to get what I want. I am going to be on the lookout for if other better options come along and whatnot. There's a difference between that and I'm gonna go here because like I'm just gonna settle for this, but I actually want something greater. So you still have a lot of options, and in fact you're going to open up new options as you embrace this King of Wands. I'm seeing like a lot of creativity, a lot of sparks. You're going to be able to enter rooms and places that the version of you that was the Knight of Wands could not enter. And that's a big part of your transformation. I'm saying that's a big part of why you call judgment in on yourself. I'm being brought to this amethyst crown point. And it's a little messy, but usually it's like got more of an intense point at the end. And that's a little better one. But I'm being called to this because there's like an enlightenment, awakenment. You're really being called to some type of meditation. Meditation can really be anything. Sometimes meditation is just sitting like listening to music. Some people meditate while they sweep. Some people meditate while they do dishes. Some like do a mundane task and just zone out, or just sit like listen to your favorite music, like let your music go on shuffle. Maybe you're of the musical inclination. But yeah, you're so worried about perceived knocked over cups that you're not even letting yourself see these big cups, see all the cups that you're going to access, because you are right. You are correct. There are cups that you will no longer be able to partake in. And that's simply because you have moved past and beyond those cups. That cup genuinely is not for you anymore. And it's not because you're not worthy of that cup anymore. It's the opposite. It's because that cup is no longer worthy of you. You've moved on to bigger, better things, but you remember the fun that that cup gave you. And instead of being like, oh, yay, that was nice that I got to enjoy and have this cup when I had that cup, but it is what it is. You're like, oh, that sucks. Why would I be given a cup and have all that joy and not even be able to have it anymore and go into this next one? Ooh, this is giving me 8 of Cups vibes. Like that's the cup you left behind and you're getting 7. Or in this case, it looks like you only have 1. Because the other ones are forming. So that's another one too. Maybe you can't see all the things that you're going to have yet. And that's a part of the problem for you. 7 of Wands. There's nothing to fight. There's no fight to fight. There's no high ground to stand. I'm hearing you. There's no one competing against you. It's you. It's you. There's everything that you need to see, you see. You know your enemies, you know who stands in your way, and the people you don't know, sitting this evil eye over here, and the people you don't know, you're protected against. Let me see if this wants to stay in that direction. Yeah, like you're protected and you're fine. You stand your ground without even noticing it. Like you're deflecting enemies. You got the quick reflexes with it. You doing have you ever played if you've ever played one of the Dragon Ball Z fighting games, you figured out that you can sidestep a Kamehameha, and it's just natural to you now. Hoarding came to me. Holding things. Again, it's that cup. There's nothing wrong with wanting stability and having it all. Like, that's good. That's what this is. This is giving me some Emperor energy, which is great because you got King of Wands and, you know, you gather all 4 kings, you eventually get an Emperor. So you're on your way, my friend. But this is very much that, oh, this is that tightness. Like, my eyes keep getting drawn to the half-happy baby pose. Maybe someone needs to do the half-happy baby pose. Maybe someone does do yoga. Maybe someone does stretching. Someone needs to work on someone's lats. Is it an arm day today? Someone's working on arms. But, okay, so the beginning part of this message really is just a Why are you denying yourself joy? Yes, things are difficult. Yes, there's a new chapter. Yes, you are not imagining that there will be pain, but you are aspirating a situation. You are causing your own problems. The wind kicked up a little bit for me. Sun Wukong is often associated with the wind, so that's why that mattered to me. Oh, and then I'm going to turn this over. He said we only need these 2 cards from this deck. Innocence. Child. 11. Master number. I wanted to say Merlin's back. 9. Completion. 9 might be significant. Child at the bottom of the deck. No, he's very fond of you. Oh my god, he's fond of you. And he doesn't want to see you go down whatever you're going down. Because there is jealousy and envy. House. A house divided cannot stand. This could also be, this is just a place of edification, so this could be like work, office. 2nd house. That's Taurus. And that's your stuff. So this is your house. This is somewhere where you would consider it. You would consider yourself a resident, not a guest at whatever this is. So this could be job. This could be like, I'm seeing your local bar for some of you. For some people, I'm seeing a music studio. So that's something. But there's jealousy and envy in that house. 14. This is 13. That's also that death. 13 goes to 4. That's that 4 again, which 4 of Wands is house, 4 is foundation. Yeah, there's some iffy in the house. And I only needed 2. I only needed 2? Okay. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. There's something iffy in the house. I saw 1111 again. No, we're going to get one more card out of that. Because you're going to tell me what's iffy in this house, Mr. Monkey. Oh. Maybe your upbringing wasn't necessarily the best, and that's, poverty isn't just money. Poverty can also be mental abuse, emotional abuse. You might be a kid who had everything that you wanted, but couldn't quite get it. Oh, people are jealous of you. Okay, people don't know how, but they think you're magical AF. Oh, and you're moving on. Moving on? Okay, we'll move on after this. Some of you are sassy, snarky, and cheeky. Some of you are cheeky little monkeys. You know, cheeky little monkeys. And that's really cute. Some of you like Boxer Joe brand, or you used to wear it all the time. Poppets are significant. I really went to this. If you've ever played South of Midnight, Crouton is significant. Maybe you like to wear big jewelry. You like to wear big statement pieces. The candles are really sticking out to me in the back. No, like there's something about you. There's an energy. No, people think you're, the jealousy is really stemming from, this is what people think of you. They're like, hey, this person, there's something magical, there's something mystical, there's something, I can't quite put my fingers on it, there's something a little different, there's something kind of untouchable here too. They've got gifts, they've got talents. This is the things they're jealous of. They're jealous of how magical you seem. Like, I'm hearing people be like, it's like it dropped into their lap. You know, God forbid you've been working on it for 5+ years, but to them, the jealousy, remember, jealousy is not often reasonable. It is what it is. Leviathan is here. Envy. The number 72 might be significant, and 72 goes to 9. There's a lot of single people around here. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. 6, that's the house of the mundane, the everyday, you know, the Virgo, getting things done. These numbers are important. Someone likes numbers. Ice Queen, yeah, I keep hearing the word untouchable. A lot of, ooh, the wind kicked up again. A lot of people think you're untouchable. And in some cases you are. You're pretty protected. But I think it's because you know when to move and when not to move. and you have a level of discipline to you, that could be a reason why Sun Wukong is drawn to give you this message. Despite what people think, he's actually quite disciplined. He just has his lapses. Yep. Give me them peaches. No, I'm gonna kill everyone until I get some peaches. Don't do that. I already killed everybody. Oh no. Give me them peaches. Dayu, when Dayu was getting an overabundance, they said, hey, y'all gotta stop that man. I'm not doing this no more. Very cute. Oh, Demeter is relevant as well, because that reminds me of when Hades went to Zeus and was like, hey, little bruh, real quick, you need to figure this situation out. We can't take more. There's no more room in the inn. That's funny. I do that as we go to faith. Your faith, and I'm not even just saying religious, like your faith in general rocks and shakes people. Like, I feel like you're one of the people where, like, if the numbers come in, they seem pretty bad. Audience interaction, nice. Audience interaction doesn't seem like what it was anticipated, and everything looks like it's gone. But you're standing there, you're like, you know what? This looks weird, but I'm pretty sure this is going to work out. And every time you've done that, or pretty much every time, I'm getting like a 95, 97% success rate on this. It works out. And they're like, I don't know who they're praying to or what they're doing, but they're pissed about it. They can't figure it out, too. They can't figure it out. You got ice in your veins. Someone likes basketball. Again, someone loves memes, but I feel like that's very general. Everyone loves memes to a degree. Yeah, no, they think that there's a level of divinity to you. And again, this is for any culture, put it where it is. Whatever they subscribe to divinity, they see that you have it, that it is held to you. 7-1 makes 8. That's that infinity loop. That's that strength loop. Tigers are here again. Lions, bears, grizzly. Oh my. Okay. So that makes sense. So there's nothing to be worried about in the house. You're protected. Jealousy and envy is there. This is very much a, hey, just be aware of this. He didn't even really want to speak on it. He was like, I'll answer, because fair, I did leave him on a cliffhanger. But it ain't that important, so it just needed to be brought to your attention. I'm getting that as a lot of a vibe. Be mindful where you put your energy. When things are brought to your attention, sit with it for, like, not like crazy long, because that's how this 8 of Swords becomes 9 of Swords. That's how waking nightmares become lacking sleep. But yeah, you've got protection of some things are brought to your attention, not for you to react or do anything with, but for you to have it in your awareness. Be aware. You're learning how to delegate. You're learning how to move. You want to be this guy. You're not this anymore. This is the baby coming out of the egg. Sorry, you're the phoenix, babe. I don't know if you heard that rooster, but they agree with me. We got Jupiter. That's that expansion. That's that motion. That's that fire. That's that. And then we got Sagittarius, Jupiter, Sagittarius, and that's that King of Wands. You're going towards expansion and luck. Now I'm seeing the Monkey King staff. The expansion. You're going towards expansion and luck, and oh, you're going to get this to a T. That 2 is back. T, Taurus. Maybe you sell t-shirts. Maybe you just dropped a line of t-shirts for something. Very cool. This is the avocado card. This is boundaries, open communication, and broaching the subject. Sagittarius also talks about talking with people in communication. Maybe there's some communication coming up soon. Ooh, I think that you guys have some communication coming up soon. Taurus is back. So I believe Taurus season, maybe Taurus is important in April. Maybe Taurus is important in your astrological chart, or maybe there's something coming up that is Taurus related, like a moon. Oh, here's April showers bring May flowers. And flowers in May is the second half of Taurus season. That's important. Hair tie, sweatpants, chilling with no makeup on. And the devil. Okay, so it is that. I'm gonna take one more before I say what I'm gonna say. L. TL. Someone has an unconventional love story that's going to appear from this. And that's why you need to get to the King of Wands. Someone has an unconventional love story. So when this came out, the L, in the shape of an L on her forehead. That's Shrek, baby. That's unconventional. That's an unconventional love story. Hair tie, sweatpants, chilling with no makeup on. That's when you're the prettiest. Boundaries, understanding. This is the song by Aquaman by Walk the Moon. And literally it's real life love is under the mirror of the surface. You're going in head first with no regrets. This, again, you have an unconventional love story going on, and it's a dual story. One, it's your passions, it's your energies, it's your fire, it's your flame. It's showing the world what your true love is. I'm hearing for some of you, your true love is not a person. And there's nothing wrong with that. For the people who resonate with that, you already thought that. So there's some of you here who are like, no, my true love is a person, I promise. It's true. I've got something to also say about the people whose true love, they're sure is not a person. I think that we can have multiple loves, and you just have to figure out how to maintain that. That's why boundaries and things like that are important. I think that's something else that's also coming up. Maybe, live and on the air, baddie friend. I'm trying to straighten up the cards because they flipped. See, and then he gave you a light code, and then Dr. Pepper at the bottom. I'm gonna let you have this light code. This light code help you activate your true potential. You take this, you write it down, you put it on stuff. In this case, I'm hearing specifically, put it in your underwear drawer or your sock drawer. Put it in the drawer where it's an item of clothing that you're going to put on every day. Like, for instance, you're always going to put on a pair of underwear, you're always going to put on some socks, you're always going to put on a bra or something, or whatever that is to you. For some people, I'm saying it's a scarf. For some people, it's like your hoodie or things like that. Some people, it's in your jewelry box. So activate your true potential. Whew. Whew. Maybe someone's long-winded. The white wolf is here. Maybe your name is Sage. Maybe you just lit some sage. Maybe you like sage. We're gonna go ahead because I'm feeling a wind down, and genuinely, and then talking about this unconventional love story coming up. Maybe it's gonna come around the summer. Music is very important. Music keeps popping up. Maybe it's gonna come around the summer. Inspiration's gonna hit. There's something about that. Maybe the signs Cancer, Leo, Virgo are significant. You're going to find satisfaction. That the black cat has come, the white cat has come by to say, black and white cat, separate, like two cats, a black cat and a white cat have come by to be like, satisfaction does bring the cat back. So whatever goal you're going towards, they want you to go towards it full-heartedly. Because this wishy-washy, this crying over spilled milk type stuff, that's not living deliciously. That's not living deliciously. Maybe Tuesday is important. Maybe the second day of the week is important. Maybe tomorrow is important for you. For me, Tuesday would be tomorrow. Monkey Message Monday. Even if I don't post these on Mondays, I film them on Mondays. Or no. Saturn. Growth, discipline. Yeah, bud, you're great. Okay, and I believe that is what Monkey wanted you to know. Okay. You're doing great, kid. You do have troubles. You do have issues. You see clearer than you think you see. You are more protected than you think you are. You have more people in your corner than you believe. Just because the loudest people might not even, your loudest supporters might not even be your best supporters, your most your most valuable supporters. And you know this. You know this. You have the foundations, you have the keys, you have this, you've gathered the seeds, you have nurtured them. That was a 7 of pentacles, 7 of seeds. Pentacles can sometimes be perceived as seeds. Balance. You're finding balance. It's coming, but you're not going to be able to see everything. You're not going to be able to see everything. Balance is coming. You're doing amazing, Shwetty. And I believe in you. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and draw your sigil like it's, ooh, it's coming. It's coming, baby. Everyone's like, what's coming? The world, honey bun. The world. It's going to be great. Okay. Let me put this to the side because I will just keep pulling cards. So, thank you for coming out. We super appreciate it. Sun Wukong cares about you. Whether you're of the persuasion to not. Again, if you connected to this message, then on some level, Sun Wukong is here for you. Maybe reach out, maybe look, maybe say a hi. You know, he said he'll be back next Monday. So it is what it is. Anyway, thank you guys for stopping by the tent. Let me go ahead and sweep you off, sweep all that stuff off. And then I'm going to go ahead and disconnect us. Okay. Bye. Does this mean monkeys are going to come by every Sunday night? Oh, God.